Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
I mean, so anyway, dude says that I don't think you're a player and this, that, and the third. We gonna get back to that word player. All right, hold on.
But whatever it is that you're talking the talk. But I can see that you halfway walking. All right. This is the first time you probably heard me speak, right? So, and you probably never listened to the channel. I ain't gotta listen to your channel. I know a phony when I see one. I know a con.
Y'all heard that? The dude said, I don't gotta see your channel to know basically who he's speaking to. If you don't know how ignorant that is, I don't know what to tell you. The lesson in that is this: never speak on another male, grown or not, or man, without knowing your facts. I learned over in 5th grade, when you assume, you make an ass out of you, not me. Another thing I learned is, when you argue with the fool, no one can tell who's who. And lastly, always remember, that which angers you controls you. I refuse to let another man or grown male control me. Anyway, back to this point. So think about it. Dude said I got the knowledge. Dude said I got game. But then after that, dude said I'm phony and he's never watched any of my material. So how you speaking about me, man? Like, then again, like I said, that seems like dude just wanted to get that food, you know, which is understandable. But that's not real manly. That's feminine. Like, all right, what's the next thing?
You ain't real.
Okay.
You ain't real, man. You ain't a thorough guy. You got.
What is he basing this on? What is he, ask yourself, what is he basing this on? How can he come out of his mouth to talk about another man he's never met before, first time speaking to him, never saw his videos, but you feel that comfortable saying that much on a platform that got you across the world speaking? Fellas, if you agree with what he's saying, if you're saying that, well, he has a right to say that, and that you might be a grown male or a grown boy. There's a lot of grown boys out here. A lot of grown boys. A lot of dudes can't control their emotions. Once you're able to control your emotions, then you can start to talk about being a man, being accountable for yourself, being responsible for yourself, disciplining yourself. You know, things like that. These are things that a man does. I've told my younger brother several times. The hardest thing the hardest thing that I've had to do in my life is to remain consistently a man. A man. There's a difference between a man and a grown male. It is easy to be a grown male. At the end of this, I'm gonna show you where I could have been a grown male versus where I could have been a grown male versus a man. Let's go.
You got knowledge of game, but just little stuff like that I've been seeing here and there. You ain't
let's be clear. Remember, this is not the full whatever. I'm just giving you bits and pieces. This man was talking for a minute. So I'm like, does this dude want a monologue or? So I was being, what's the word? I was trying to be diplomatic, for lack of a better term, and saying, hey, because I'm not trying to cut nobody off. I'm not trying to talk over anybody. This ain't Love and Hip Hop. So I want to let Justin Timberland know, hey, you know, when you're ready for me to speak, let me get my side in. You know what I mean? Like, this supposed to be a discussion between two men. You know. Then he took the mask off. He took the fake man mask off and took it off, and showed the grown boy in him. Why would you say that to somebody? I'm just saying, yo, when you done talking, let me speak. Talking about, and he responded the way he responded. That was an emotional response. How is that off for somebody that you're speaking to say, hey, yo, when you finish, let me know. Or, you know, because I wasn't in front of him. If I'm in front, I can, you know, put my finger like, yo, excuse me, you know, I got a point. Because that's how I do when I talk with men. You can say your point, just so you know that I have something to say too. You can say whatever you have to say, and then you say, all right, your turn, boom, you go. When I finish say what I say, boom, all right, you go. And we go back and forth like that. Dude didn't want that. I think he wanted to assert his dominance in the conversation. For what? We're having a conversation really about nothing. About nothing, but he felt he needed to say that. And then he goes on to say, "This is no, did I play that part? This is what his bitches tell him." Hold on.
That extra stuff I wasn't trying to see. That's what I'm saying. Leave the emotion to the side, my man. This is that extra stuff I wasn't trying to see. That's what I'm saying. Leave the emotion to the side, my man. Like, no. Wait a minute. You started with that emotion, man. That shit good. Hey, let me tell you. Every girlfriend I had, they say that line right there. When you ready to talk, go ahead and let me know. That's some emotional shit. So don't try to cut me off.
You heard what he said? He said, me saying that I'm not trying to cut you off, essentially some bitch shit. As if he's saying that I should be cutting him off. So what are we accomplishing? Fellas, this is the reason why I'm making this video. Let's be clear. It's not about Justin Timberland. It's about being a man. When you disagree with somebody, you should be able to come to an outcome. It shouldn't come down to fisticuffs. It should have come down to, you know, a verbal screaming back and forth like two bitches on Love and Hip Hop. I'm not being a part of that. You know, it should be two grown men not raising their voice, talking back and forth, exchanging ideas, so they can reach a certain point. So they can reach a certain point where each person has learned something and they're better from that conversation. So I'm over here remaining a man and communicating without raising my voice, without cursing, anything like that. Now, when I say it's the hardest thing I've done in my life is consistently remain a man, the example is right there. Most males, grown or not, would be triggered by that, which would be understood. Because you can see how a dude was talking, you know, he was talking a little slick and he wanted to trigger me. He wanted to control my emotion. My emotion was here and he was trying to, you know what I mean? Like, that's how dudes that's how grown males usually react. Somebody said the trigger word and he ready to like, what? What'd you say? What you mean? I ain't your bitch. I've been there. I've talked to enough grown males in my life to know, okay, he's looking for the yap. I'm not here for that. So, as far as being a man, consistently remaining a man, I could have easily stooped down to his level, name calling, all this other stuff. But I decided, nah, I want to get my point across. This is the reason why I'm having this conversation, and that's what I did. So, once this conversation was said and done, you know, I got to say my last word.
Just looking for fame or some type of attention. That's you got game. See, look at that.
There you go, saying it again. You have game. Why are you calling me phony? Why are you?
See, look at that. No. People need to know. People need to know.
You peep how the dude is not letting me speak, man. He's not letting me get up my point across, and a lot of times I encounter that because people know verbally I could chop your head off. So it's best if you don't let me talk. But I'm gonna let you speak, which is what I tell him. Listen to his response when I say, all right, go ahead, you got it. I'm gonna let you talk.
People, yeah, you gonna let me talk. People need to know what truth is. People gotta know who's right to listen to, man. I know there's somebody on here. I know there's somebody else on here with some good thorough game that's hearing this brother.
After he just said I have good game.
The boys talk and be like, man, there's something off with this dude. And if you don't feel that, I don't know. But dude, I know a real guy when I see one. Like I said before, you got knowledge, man, with your application. I know it ain't there. There's stuff wrong with you, bro. Alright, like I was saying from the beginning, man, for my channel. Now you can talk. Now you can talk. Like that. See, you got that emotional shit. But like
you see that? Fellas, ladies and gentlemen, that is an example of a grown male, someone who cannot control his emotions. Even if he felt like saying, yeah, now you can talk, he didn't have to say it. He could have controlled his emotion to say it and be like, oh, because believe me, there's plenty of things I want to cut this dude off and say, but I'm a man. I don't let my emotions control me. I always think, okay, me saying this, okay, what's that gonna do? What's the point? What is it gonna accomplish? Me calling dude out, me name calling, that would accomplish nothing. But I wanted it to go on because I wanted it to be a lesson. I wanted people to see this interaction, this exchange, and point out. And believe me, a lot of my listeners pointed that out in the chat. Like, yo, you could go read the chat if you want, but a lot of my listeners pointed that out. And I appreciate you guys for that. But I did this video pretty much, and I'm about to end it off now, but I did this video pretty much so that for those who didn't see the video, to learn this lesson. What is a man? A man is a male who can control his emotions, set his emotions aside, and use logic and reason to come to the best outcome. That grown male, Justin Timberland, he did not use logic and reason. Okay, this is the part I left out. He said, can I say what he talking about? Like, call me out. What did I say? What did I do? He said, yo, man, somebody asked you a question about what is your greatest challenge with women? At that second that I was posed the question, I was stumped. Because I took it as, what's my greatest challenge right now with women today? And I drew a blank. But when my man Afi reposed the question to me, when he said the question was really, what has been your greatest challenge with women in general, then I was able to answer the question. And pretty much what I said was understanding women's true nature. Because once I understood women's true nature, it made everything else made sense. But he basically called me out on that, saying, well, somebody asked you that and you couldn't answer it. My rebuttal to that is, let's say that is the question, what is my greatest challenge today? And let's say I do have no challenge. Is that far-fetched? Is that unbelievable? Like, and some would say, once you know women's true nature, you'd be fucking all the time. I agree with that. But see, the part of this channel, a part of this show, a part of my persona that I rarely speak on is my spiritual and or esoteric side. You know, once in a while I'll throw out semen retention. Once in a while I'll talk about chakras. You know, but I try not to speak on religion, politics, and homosexuality. These are three things I really try to stay away from on my channel and on my persona. But with that being said, let me just say this. Even though I'm not gonna say I understand 100% of women's true nature, but I highly believe that I understand a good percentage of it. So because of that, I don't find women to be as much of a challenge as I once thought of them to be. And because of my esoteric studies, because of my spiritual way of seeing my life, this world, and so on and so forth, like I said in that episode, I don't wake up every day thinking about pussy. Pussy is just a small part of my life. Yes, I do have women in my life. All the women that love me. All the women who are cooperative with me. I don't have space in my life for a chick just to say I have a chick. Like, I have a life. I have a life. Like, because of my study, because of my teaching, because everything, the way I see the world, the way I see society. I'm not looking for a woman to get married in North America. I'm not looking to have a baby with a woman in North America. So I'm not thinking about a woman every single day. I'm not thinking about pussy every single day. I have my moments. Boom. I read something on Instagram. It said, and I find it to be true, if you haven't gone, what is it? If you haven't gone 60 days without pussy, or 45 days without ejaculating, don't get married. Now, the premise of that post was to say, like, once you get married, that pussy is gonna drop. That's any married dude. But I'm bringing it up in this episode to say, if you can't go 45 days without ejaculating, 45 to 60 days without sticking your dick in pussy, you haven't conquered your first chakra, your root chakra, which starts in your loins. I'm not gonna get into it, but just know, I feel like I'm at my 5th chakra. Y'all do the studies on that. The fact that I'm even doing these episodes and I created the persona, the red pill chauvinist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm on my 5th chakra now, man. Yeah, a lot of y'all still on y'all first. The root, the loins. I'm gonna stop right here, man. But yo, y'all know what a man is now. All I want is men and the counterpart to a man, which is a true woman watching my channel, supporting me. Everybody else is here to learn. You know, like the great doctor said, you know, I debate my equals. Everyone else I teach. So, all my subscribers, my viewers, y'all my real men. Y'all my real counterpart women. We can debate. We can go back and forth. You can say what you gotta say. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and we're gonna come to the middle, and we both gonna learn something. Each one teach one. Everybody else, nah, ain't no debate, man. You come here to learn, and that's about it. Justin Timberland, you need to learn something, man. I hope you were smart enough to come to my channel. At least realize, like, all right, maybe I should listen to who the fuck I was just talking about the other day, man. That's the least you could do. You know what I mean? And learn from this episode, like, yo, fam, there's a lot you need to learn, man. Like, one, don't ever speak on another person that you don't even know about, that you don't even know for 3 minutes, and not doing a background check on them or anything like that. That could be, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Number 2, never allow somebody to control your emotions. That which angers you controls you. It makes you wonder, what the hell did I do to this dude for him to take time out of his life to not only just want to chat in the chat room, but to want to get on and have his voice on the YouTube. Yeah, I controlled your emotion, fam. Make sure you don't let another man do that to you. And last but not least, when you assume, you make an ass out of you. Not me. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, He will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.